Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back to our Lego room. Today we're taking a look at some of the power and wiring improvements we're making for the lighting in our Lego city. Really excited about a couple of new products from Brick Stuff that we're using, which have kind of crystallized a few ideas and given me some more insight on how to refine our wiring layout and how we will provide power to all of the lights throughout the city. So let's take a closer look at what's going on when it comes to wiring in the Lego city. Now, up to this point, we've been primarily using the Brick Stuff AA battery pack to power all of the lights in our city and the lights over in our winter village. And, I've been really happy with this battery pack, really easy to use and very mobile, easy to move it around the layout as we try out lights in different areas. But, as we move towards the next step of lighting and powering our city, I really wanted something that I could rely on that would not be, moving through a whole bunch of batteries as we get more and more lights powered off of it. And I wanted something that would be easier for swapping in and out if we were at a convention with some of these modules and I wanted to have all the lights on. So, that's not to say that we won't keep using the battery pack in some places. It's just that I don't want it to be the primary method of power. So what we are moving to is using the this wire here that converts over to USB so that we can power our lights off of USB battery packs. I think that these will be a lot easier to swap in and out, and will be, obviously a lot easier to recharge as well. For purposes of testing here, I've just got an old USB battery pack that I'm testing with, but I want to try out a few different battery packs to see what might work best. I think that we can get a fairly low profile from the battery pack, the USB battery packs as well. Not that the profile on these AA ones is huge, but I think we can come up with something that's a little more sleek and easy to transport around and to put on the side of the table. Because ultimately, I think what we will be doing is having all of the wiring for the city moving across the table like this to the exterior edge, and then we'll mount all the battery packs along that outer edge there. So, really excited about the potential of this USB power source here. So let's turn it on and you can see how it works currently. So you can see here the lights look really nice. We've got the one USB power source powering 8 lights currently. I'm not sure what the optimal number of lights to power sources will be. This is obviously working at the moment, but I think we're going to have to do some trial and error to see just how far we can go on one power source. And then from there, we'll kind of multiply those out appropriately around the city. But, with the USB power source here, it's going to be really easy to swap in a different USB power source if this one runs out, and then we can charge this one up and then swap it back in later. The other thing to note here, so we're making use of the Brick Stuff USB power cable to make this work. Another piece of tech that we're using here is the 1-to-10 expansion adapter. And you'll see here that there's the cable that goes from the USB power source to the expansion adapter here. And then there are 4 other cables in the expansion adapter that go out to each of the MILS modules that are powered off of this power source currently. So you'll see currently each MILS module has 2 street lights on the front of it here. Both of those wires come out the back here to this 1 to 2 board right here. And then that goes to the expansion adapter over here, which goes to the power source over here. And that works really well for all of these modules because they're currently they're all generating two wires out of the module, since there's only 2 lights per module. But that's not going to be the case for very much longer. You'll see in an upcoming video, we've got lights that we're going to start putting into the interior of the police station here. And we're going to have corner modules that are going to have the 2 street lights on the front side, but we'll also have the 2 street lights on the other side of the corner. So for example, the corner hotel is going to be going here, and so that'll have 4 lights plus whatever it needs for interior lighting. So the result of that is that while this works currently having the 1 to 2 adapter here when you're coming out of a MILS module, I think we're probably going to have to go to the 1 to 10 adapters for at least some percentage of the MILS modules to handle all the power appropriately for each module. Now, obviously for testing purposes here, you can see that, I've just got wires spilled out the back of these modules here into the streets. But when it comes to the finished, or the more finished product here, we're not going to want to have all those wires exposed in that way. And the plan, so currently for wiring on an individual module, we've shown this in previous videos, but the wires for these lights go inside the MILS module and they travel along underneath until they get to the back here where they come out. Now the goal for the streets in our city is to have those be MILS modules as well. And we've got our sample roadway here, not final coloring yet, but gives you an idea of the way the road is going to look. And so the road will be coming along. So the road is going to have space here for wires to travel in and then underneath the road. So you can see the road surface sits on top of the base plate there, and the wires will travel underneath. As part of that, though, I think the wires should travel underneath that road without any issue. What I don't think will work, though, is if we have these adapters underneath the roadway. I think that's going to be, too much of a raised surface to look nice with the roadway there. So what I'm thinking needs to happen is I will want to basically move this adapter, or eventually if the 1 to 2 becomes the 1 to 10 expansion adapter, that adapter is going to need to sit right here inside the module. And then what will come out of the module is only this wire right here. And that wire right there is actually from this package here, the 12-inch 2-conductor connecting cables. It's a 4-pack of them. Now, I think these connecting cables are going to become a really important part of making the wiring plan for the city, sort of come together and play out in a nice way. So what should happen over here is that the expansion adapter will be inside the Mills module here, and then the connecting cable will run underneath the road over to the next Mills module, where there will be an expansion adapter waiting to accept that connecting cable, and then the appropriate wires from that next Mills module will go in there, and they'll run out to the back side of that Mills module and out to the edge of the layout. And as you can kind of see here, these connecting cables should be just long enough to span this roadway. And in the process of spanning that roadway, they will, because they're very thin wires, they shouldn't displace the road surface at all. And I think it should look nice and work quite well. The other advantage, I think, will be that, by having only one wire leaving a Mills module, it'll be a lot easier to unplug and move modules around or take modules out to a show if necessary. So, I think it'll be, it'll be a neat way to sort of set things up and contain stuff in a way that, should make things easier for us in the long term. So overall, really excited with the progress that we're making here. I think that it's going to be really cool to have things running off of the USB power sources. I think that's going to give us a lot of flexibility, and keep an eye out for some videos upcoming as we test out some different battery packs here and work out, the best route for us on that front. And as part of that, we'll also be testing how we want to have them mounted on the side of the table. But looking forward to making more use of those, and really happy with some of the learnings here about how we want to set up the wiring from Mills module to Mills module. I was really concerned about how we could get the wires transitioning under the road in a nice way without without displacing the roadway, and also having enough slots basically for all the wires coming out of a particular Mills module, because once you start adding in interior lights for different floors and maybe more than 2 outdoor lights, it starts to be a lot of wiring and a lot of things to consider. But I think that we've got a good plan here now, and so the next step is going to be getting a few road plates set up, getting some Mills modules set up in the second street, second block there, that we can prove all of this out and basically get the wires running over to the edge of the layout there where the power source will be located. And once we've got that, that proof of concept nailed down with power, or with wiring moving from one edge of the layout to the other, and things being powered in multiple city blocks, I think we'll have a good template that we can then apply throughout the entire layout. So lots of great videos ahead. As I mentioned, we'll be doing tests with interior lighting. We're going to be doing some tests with some different USB battery packs. We'll be continuing to convert our city over to Mills modules, and as I mentioned, as part of that, we'll be trying to do an edge-to-edge power test, with wiring running from one side of the tables to the other, so that we can really prove out this wiring plan and see if there's anything else that we need to take into account for that. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.